Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, walked into the royal family with grace and never looked back. Meghan Markle walked in, caused chaos, and ran out. Two women, both commoners, both married into the same royal family, but only one of them earned the Queen's trust, kept her dignity, and made the palace proud. So why was Meghan so threatened by Sophie? The answer is simple: because Sophie was everything Meghan pretended to be. Just like Meghan Markle, Sophie also entered the royal family as a commoner when she married Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, in 1999.
She wore a long-fitted panel dress coat with long sleeves and train in ivory silk. A total of 325 cut glass and pearl beads sparkled as Sophie, on the arm of her father, began her bridal procession towards the altar.
But within those years, she achieved integration and respect that very few people who married into the royal family have ever achieved. The contrast with Meghan Markle became obvious. At times, it almost seemed like Meghan wished she could be Sophie, even if only for a moment, but she couldn't. Who wouldn't feel jealous when everything you ever wanted or planned to achieve is being done so seamlessly by someone else? Meghan entered the royal family, yet her time there always felt unstable, unlike Sophie's steady and calm presence.
And a friendly human touch. People woke up and saw the side to Sophie that her friends know. The Duchess has stepped up from royal outsider to take center stage.
Sophie accomplished what Meghan Markle struggled to do. She served the royal family quietly, allowing her work to speak for itself. And even Queen Elizabeth II noticed it. A genuine bond developed between Sophie and the Queen through consistent support and respect. It was well known that the Queen took a strong interest in Sophie's life and activities. She always seemed to know what Sophie was doing.
She likes to know what I've been doing, and well, actually, it's not that she likes to know what I've been doing. She always knows what I've been doing.
She's closely watching your diaries,
She
isn't
knows
she,
what
to
we're
make
all
sure
up
you're
to.
all
Absolutely.
you're all busy. They continue to do so many engagements, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh.
During the death of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, the Queen was deeply affected. She had lost one of the most important people in her life and felt lonely, even though she continued to wear her graceful smile in public. Sophie noticed the pain the Queen was trying to hide, and she stood by her side. She became a rock for the Queen, accompanying her to church services and sharing private moments with her. Insiders and biographers noted that Sophie had become the Queen's favorite, and without her, the Queen sometimes felt empty. This was the closeness Meghan reportedly aimed for but never achieved. Despite all the gestures Meghan made, she never came close to what Princess Sophie had already built through years of quiet loyalty and service.
Your Majesty, thank you so much for coming back to press. So much appreciated. Can I present my Vice Lord Lieutenant, Sir Owen? Your Royal Highness. Welcome to Prussia. Great to see you. That is your first trip to the north of England, so you're very, very welcome with us.
Then came the year that changed everything for Princess Sophie. In 2023, King Charles honored Prince Edward by granting him the title Duke of Edinburgh for life. This wasn't temporary. It was a lifetime title, meaning he would hold it until his death, and Sophie officially became the Duchess of Edinburgh. The title elevated her status and placed her ahead of certain royal protocols, even when compared with Meghan, who held the title Duchess of Sussex.
King Charles has named his youngest brother, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, a title held, of course, by his late father, Prince Philip, for more than 70 years. It had been the late Prince's wish for Prince Edward to be granted the dukedom after his death. Buckingham Palace announced the new Duke of Edinburgh this week on Prince Edward's 59th birthday.
Prince Edward is not directly in the line of succession, yet he and his wife received a title traditionally reserved for senior working royals because of their years of dedicated service. Many observers believe Meghan wanted recognition and status without putting in the same level of service, which made Sophie's achievement even more striking. Many people expected Sophie to celebrate loudly or show off her accomplishments, but instead, she understood her role perfectly. She maintained a low profile and focused on duty, the same duty that earned her deep respect within royal circles and strong approval from the public and the media.
She's a really unsung royal. You know, day in, day out, she does all these engagements that never really get much press, but absolutely make the day, the month, the year of every person she goes and speaks to.
This was the acceptance Meghan also wanted but never fully received. Sophie gained attention without chasing it, while Meghan chased attention, yet often faced criticism. If that isn't irony, then what is? Meghan believed the path to the top was through image and presentation, but Sophie demonstrated that service and patience mattered more. Meghan reportedly wanted to become the Queen's favorite, yet Sophie already held that place. At one point, the Queen even encouraged Sophie to help mentor Meghan so she could better understand royal life. However, Meghan declined the offer, claiming that she only needed Prince Harry for guidance. Sophie never competed for affection or attention. She naturally shared private church services with the Queen, watched classic films with her, and developed a deep personal companionship. She was widely seen as the Queen's closest female companion.
And I think having those times together in the summer allows those relationships. I mean, we're a lot more fortunate because we live so much closer to the Queen, so when she spends a lot of time at Windsor at weekends, you know, our children are more fortunate because they can go over and have tea with her on a regular basis. So we do see quite a lot of her, and we're over there most weekends riding, and you know, so she sees quite a lot of us. Lucky her.
Meanwhile, Meghan was giving interviews that damaged the image of the monarchy while still hoping to maintain closeness with the Queen. Watching Sophie share warm conversations and quiet moments with the monarch would have been difficult for anyone seeking that same connection. Why wouldn't Meghan feel jealous when Sophie carried a title filled with deep historical meaning? Queen Elizabeth herself held the title of Duchess of Edinburgh from 1947, when she married Prince Philip, until 1952. It represented an important chapter in royal history.
So apparently, Sophie is married to Prince Edward. Well, she was upgraded from the Countess of Wessex to the Duchess of Edinburgh, okay? She got a little bit of a promotion. This is a big deal, but let me tell you why it's important. So both Queen Elizabeth and Queen Camilla previously held this title, but what this title means for Sophie, beautiful Sophie, is that she no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle, okay? In the line of succession, she no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle, okay? That is a booyah.
Some believe that if Harry and Meghan had remained working royals, future honors and privileges might eventually have come their way. But their decision to step back from royal duties changed those possibilities. Although both women entered the royal family as commoners with careers before marriage, their paths quickly separated. Sophie worked in public relations, while Meghan had an acting career, famously starring in the TV series Suits and running a lifestyle blog. Initially, both were welcomed as modern additions, bringing outside experience into the monarchy. But in 2001, Sophie faced a major scandal when a tabloid exposed private remarks she had made during a conversation with an undercover reporter.
She was critical of the then Prime Minister Tony Blair, critical of his attitudes towards the countryside, and critical of his presidential style, as she put it. So it caused a real problem. It was a scandal that many people thought Sophie and Edward would never recover from.
Instead of defending herself aggressively, she acknowledged her mistake, apologized publicly, stepped back from her job, and rebuilt trust through service. Over time, the public response softened and her reputation recovered. Meghan's situation unfolded differently. After leaving royal duties, she and Harry made serious public allegations about royal life, including during a widely watched interview with Oprah Winfrey. Rather than repairing relations quietly, their media presence continued through documentaries, books, and commercial projects.
In those months when I was pregnant, so we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Oprah Winfrey interview, which doesn't have any proof. There were over 30 lies in that interview.
Sophie avoided commercializing her royal position, focusing instead on humanitarian work and family duty. Meghan and Harry pursued high-profile deals, including streaming projects and publishing ventures, choices that reportedly created tension with palace expectations. Why wouldn't comparisons lead to jealousy when Sophie appeared to succeed quietly at the very role Meghan once wanted? Sophie's public approval ratings remained steady and positive in the United Kingdom, while Meghan's popularity fluctuated significantly in opinion polls. Sophie expanded her humanitarian work internationally, traveling to the Democratic Republic of Congo to support survivors of conflict-related violence and visiting Ukraine during times of crisis. Much of this work happened without heavy publicity or media promotion.
Thank you very much for having me here. And at the outset, I'd like to say thank you to you and your whole team for enabling me to come. I know how much work has gone into my visit, and I really do appreciate it. And all of the different organisations that I've been able to visit today, their efforts too in welcoming me and allowing me to learn more about the situation here.
By contrast, Meghan's public appearances often attracted intense media attention, whether during visits like Uvalde or humanitarian tours connected to causes linked with Diana. Critics argued that media presence sometimes overshadowed the charitable message, while supporters believed visibility helped raise awareness.
Rowan, she turned up, the Princess of Woke, to Uvalde, Texas, to visit the struggling community there after the shooting. Who does she think she is?
Well, she thinks she's Princess Diana. She's always thought she's Princess Diana. She sees herself in some kind of cross between Michelle Obama and Diana Spencer, bringing relief and comfort to the...
Sophie's approach remained consistent. Do the work first and let recognition come naturally. She never conducted a tell-all interview, yet her reputation continued to grow through reliability and steady service. As Sophie increased her humanitarian involvement, many observers described her as a fan favorite among working royals, quietly filling important roles within the monarchy. With all these comparisons, some believe Meghan may struggle to compete with Princess Sophie's long record of dedication and service. Sophie built influence through patience, loyalty, and consistency, qualities that shaped how she is viewed today. So, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.